I am so happy you are here today. On this channel, we learn English in a fun and easy way through stories, phrases, and simple daily lessons. Today, we have a very special video for you. Say this every day to change your life. In this video, you will discover 7 powerful phrases that can help you feel stronger, calmer, happier, and more confident. These phrases are easy to say, easy to remember, and perfect for practicing your English every day. Have you ever felt tired, sad, or stuck? Maybe you wake up and say, "I am too weak," or "I cannot do this." Many people do this, and it makes life harder. But what if you could change your words? What if you could start each day feeling strong, peaceful, and full of hope? In this video, we will show you exactly how. You will hear small stories about real-life situations, simple examples you can repeat, and clear steps to practice these phrases. Step by step, you will learn how words can guide your mind, heart, and actions. Stay with us until the end of this video, because by the last section, you will know exactly how to use all 7 phrases in your daily life. You will feel inspired to try them, not just in English, but in your life every single day. Let's begin this journey together and discover the power of words to change your life. A new beginning. Every day is like the first page of a new book. When the sun rises, we are given a chance to begin again. Some people wake up and see the new morning as a problem. They open their eyes, look at the clock, and say, "I am tired." From that very first moment, their day feels heavy. Their body feels weak, their heart feels slow, and their mind feels like it is full of dark clouds. Because of those words, the day becomes harder before it has even started. But imagine another person, the same morning, the same alarm clock, the same world outside the window. Yet, this person opens their eyes and whispers softly, "I can try today." These are simple words, but they carry light. The body feels a little stronger, the heart feels a little brighter, and the mind begins to open with hope. Instead of heavy clouds, there is a small spark of sunshine. Do you see the difference? 2 people, 2 mornings, 2 sentences. The first person begins the day with weakness. The second begins the day with strength. The truth is this: words matter. Words are not only sounds from our mouth, they are seeds that grow inside us. If we plant seeds of fear, we grow fear. If we plant seeds of hope, we grow hope. Every sentence we say to ourselves can build us up or break us down. Think for a moment about your own mornings. Have you ever woken up and thought, "I cannot do this"? Maybe it was before school, before work, or before a big test. The day already felt hard, even before you left your bed. That is the power of negative words. They create a story inside your mind, a story where you are weak and the world is too big. Now think of a different moment. Maybe one morning you said, "I will try my best today." You stood up, washed your face, and walked forward with energy. The problems were still there, but your heart felt lighter. That is the power of positive words. They create a story where you can face challenges, where you are strong enough to try. This difference may seem small, but it is not. The words you say every day are like the direction of a river. If the river flows towards sadness, your life feels full of sadness. If the river flows toward hope, your life feels full of hope. And the beautiful thing is this: you can choose the direction. Let me tell you a little story. There was once a young student who wanted to learn English. Each morning he said to himself, "I am bad at English. I cannot speak. I will never learn. With those words, he felt afraid to practice. He stayed silent in class. He did not try to read, and slowly, he began to believe he was right. He really could not learn. In the same classroom, another student woke up each morning and said, "I can learn." Maybe slowly, but I can learn. Her words gave her courage. She raised her hand in class, even when she made mistakes. She read books aloud, even when her voice shook. Day by day, she grew. Her English was not perfect, but her heart was strong. The two students lived the same life, with the same teacher, the same books, and the same lessons. But their words created different worlds. One built a wall, the other built a bridge. Maybe you feel the same in your life. Maybe you wake up saying, "I am tired. I cannot." If so, please remember this story. You are not weak because of who you are. You feel weak because of the words you repeat. Change the words, and you can change the story. Let's try something simple right now. Close your eyes for a moment and whisper inside your heart, "I can try today." Feel those words. Do you notice how they give a small push, like a gentle hand on your back? That is the secret. Small words can create big changes. Of course, life is not easy. There will be days when you feel tired, sad, or lost. But even on those days, words can guide you. Think of them like a light in the dark. If you only say, "It is too dark," the darkness will feel stronger. But if you say, "I will light one small candle," the darkness begins to break. The candle is small, but it is enough to change how you see the night. Your words are your candle. Every morning, you can choose to light it. Will you say, "I am tired, I cannot," and let the darkness grow? Or will you say, "I can try today," and bring light to your path? The choice is always in your hands. From this moment, I invite you to begin again. Forget the heavy mornings of the past. Forget the words that made you feel weak. Today is a new beginning. Today, you can choose words that make you stronger, kinder, and more alive. So, as we start this journey together, remember this simple truth. The words you say each day will shape the life you live. If you want to change your life, you must first change your words. And when you change your words, you will see the world differently. Now, we have taken our first step. We have opened the door to a new beginning. The next step is even more exciting. We will explore the reason why words carry so much power. Why can a simple sentence change how we feel and act? Let us move forward together and discover why words are powerful. Why words are powerful. Have you ever stopped to think about the words you say every day? Many people believe words are just sounds. They believe words are small and simple, with no real power. But the truth is different. Words can shape how we think. Words can guide how we feel. Words can even control how we act. A single sentence, repeated again and again, can change the direction of a life. Think of your mind as a garden. Each word you speak is like a seed. If you plant seeds of doubt, you will grow weeds of fear. If you plant seeds of hope, you will grow flowers of courage. The garden cannot choose which seed to grow. It only grows the seed you plant. Your words are those seeds, and your life is the garden. Let me share a simple story with you. There were two friends, both learning English. They had the same teacher, the same books, and the same classroom. The first friend often said to himself, "I cannot learn English. It is too hard. I am not smart enough." Each time he repeated these words, he felt smaller. His hands shook when he tried to speak. He avoided reading because he believed he would fail. Slowly, he stopped trying at all. His words built a wall around him, and he could not climb out. The second friend was not very different in skill, but her words were different. Every morning she told herself, "I can learn English, step by step. I may be slow, but I can grow." These words gave her courage. When she made mistakes, she smiled and tried again. She raised her hand in class even when she was not sure of the answer. She read small passages each night, even when it was difficult. Slowly, her garden grew. Day by day, her confidence became stronger, and her English improved. Now think carefully about this story. Both friends started in the same place. Both had the same teacher, the same lessons, the same chance. The difference was not the books or the classroom. The difference was not talent or intelligence. The difference was in the words they spoke to themselves. One friend said, "I cannot," and created failure. The other said, "I can," and created success. This is why words are powerful. They do not just sit on our lips. They travel inside us. They become thoughts. Thoughts become feelings. Feelings become actions. And actions shape our future. A sentence like, "I cannot do it," may sound small, but it can stop you from trying. A sentence like, "I can try," may also sound small, but it can push you forward toward success. Think of a door. Negative words are like a lock that keeps the door closed. Positive words are like a key that opens it. The door is the same, but the words decide whether you walk through it or not. Let me ask you, how many times have you said, "I cannot"? Maybe you said, "I cannot wake up early. I cannot learn this language. I cannot change my life." Each time you say these words, you close the door a little more. You make the road harder for yourself. Now imagine saying instead, "I can try. I can take one step today. I can learn slowly." Do you feel the difference? These words do not promise that life will be easy, but they open the door to possibility. There is an old saying, "What you think, you become. But before you think, you speak." Words are the beginning of everything. If you speak weakness, you think weakness. If you speak strength, you think strength. If you want to change your thoughts, you must first change your words. Remember the first friend in the story? His words created fear, so his actions were small. He gave up before he even tried. Now remember the second friend. Her words created courage, so her actions grew. She did not become perfect overnight, but she moved forward step by step. This is the real secret of learning, of growing, of living a better life. It may feel strange at first to speak new words. Your mind might resist and whisper, "This is not true." But that is only because the old words have lived inside you for a long time. Imagine a dark room. If you light one small candle, the room will not be bright right away, but the darkness will begin to break. With every candle, the light grows stronger. Your words are like those candles. Each positive word makes the darkness weaker. So, never think words are empty. They are not only sounds, they are directions. They point you toward failure or toward success. They pull you backward or push you forward. The choice of words is the choice of life. As you listen to this, I want you to ask yourself, what words do I repeat every day? Are they words that close doors or words that open doors? Are they words that make me weak or words that make me strong? If you do not like the answers, do not worry. You can begin to change them today. We have now learned something important. Words are powerful. They can shape the way we live, the way we think, and the way we feel. If we want a better life, we must begin with better words. And if we want to practice English while changing our life, we need to know which words to say. So let us take the next step together. If words are so powerful, what should we say each day? Phrase 1. I am grateful. There is a simple phrase that can change the way you see the world. The phrase is, I am grateful. At first, it looks small. It is only 3 short words. But these 3 words carry a deep power. They can turn sadness into joy, anger into peace, and fear into hope. Gratitude is like a key that can open the heart and make it light. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who woke up every morning with complaints. When he opened his eyes, he said, "This bed is uncomfortable. The weather is too hot. I have too much work today. Life is not fair." All day his words were full of complaints. My food is not tasty. My friends do not help me. I do not have enough money. His words built heavy chains around his heart. Even when good things happened, he could not enjoy them because his mind was always looking for what was wrong. His life felt heavy, and he carried that weight everywhere he went. Now, imagine another person. She woke up and the same sun was shining. She had the same kind of work, the same kind of house, and the same kind of daily struggles. But when she opened her eyes, she whispered, "I am grateful." She looked at her bed and thought, "I am grateful I have a place to sleep." She felt the warm air and said, "I am grateful I can feel this morning." She ate her simple breakfast and smiled. "I am grateful I have food." Her words were small, but her heart became light. Because of gratitude, she carried joy into her day, even when life was not perfect. 2 people, 2 lives, the same world, but the difference was their words. One filled life with complaints, and it became heavy. The other filled life with gratitude, and it became bright. This is the power of saying, "I am grateful." Maybe you have also felt the weight of complaints. You say, "I do not have enough. I am tired. Nothing is good." When you repeat these words, you focus only on problems. And the more you focus on problems, the more problems you see. Complaining is like putting dark glasses on your eyes. You can no longer see the light, even if it is shining. But when you say, "I am grateful," you put on new glasses. Suddenly, you notice the little things that are good. You realize that the air you breathe is a gift, that the smile of a friend is a treasure, that even a glass of clean water is something many people do not have. Gratitude opens your eyes. You may wonder, how can I practice gratitude? It is simple. Start with small things. In the morning, before you rise, whisper, "I am grateful for this new day." When you eat, say, "I am grateful for this food." When you see your family, say, "I am grateful for their love." These words are easy, and you can use them anytime. Let's practice together. Say these sentences slowly with me. I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for my home. I am grateful for my friends. I am grateful for my chance to learn. Do you feel how soft and gentle these words are? They do not shout. They do not fight. They bring calm to your heart. Gratitude is like a quiet river. It flows smoothly, and it gives life to everything around it. Now think again of the person who complained. His food may have been the same as yours. His house may have been similar. But because he only said, "This is not enough," he felt empty. He carried anger in his heart. But the grateful person, even with less, felt rich. Gratitude is not about how much we have. It is about how we see what we have. Imagine if every day, before you sleep, you say one sentence of gratitude. Each night, you think of one small thing to be thankful for. I am grateful for the smile I saw today. I am grateful for the book I read. I am grateful for the time I had to rest. These words are like soft pillows for your heart. They help you sleep with peace, and they prepare you to wake up with joy. Life will not always be easy. There will be days when problems come, when money feels short, when work feels heavy. But even then, gratitude can guide you. Gratitude does not mean ignoring problems. It means remembering that even in hard times, there is something good to hold on to. Let us return once more to our two people. The man who complained carried a heavy stone every day. His words made him weak. The woman who practiced gratitude carried a light flower. Her words gave her strength. Who do you want to be? The one with the heavy stone, or the one with the flower? Every morning and every night, you have a choice. You can say, "Nothing is good," or you can say, "I am grateful." One choice makes the heart heavy, the other makes it light. Which choice will you make today? Gratitude is the beginning of change. When you start with gratitude, you prepare your mind for learning, for growing, and for living better. It is the first step toward a brighter life. Gratitude makes the heart light. Now let's learn the next phrase. Phrase 2. I can learn. Learning is one of the most important parts of life. Every day we learn something new, even in small ways. But many people carry a heavy sentence inside their minds. I cannot learn. These words are dangerous because they close the door to growth. When someone says, "I cannot learn English," they already stop before they even begin. Their mind is like a bird that refuses to open its wings. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who wanted to speak English. He listened to others speak, and he admired them. But every time he tried to practice, he told himself, "I cannot learn this language. My memory is too weak. My tongue is too slow." Each time he repeated those words, he felt more afraid. He stopped reading, he stopped practicing, and after some time, he gave up completely. His dream of speaking English became smaller and smaller until it disappeared. The words, "I cannot," built a wall that blocked his future. Now, imagine another person in the same class. Her English was not perfect either. She also made mistakes, forgot words, and felt shy when speaking. But every day, before she opened her book, she whispered, "I can learn." These 3 words became her strength. When she made mistakes, she laughed and tried again. When she forgot, she repeated. When she felt shy, she reminded herself, "I can learn step by step." Slowly, her skills grew. She was not the fastest, but she was steady. Her words built a bridge that carried her forward. Do you see the difference? The first person said, "I cannot," and he closed the door. The second person said, "I can learn," and she opened the door. Both had the same teacher, the same book, and the same chance. The difference was not in their brain, but in their words. One spoke failure, the other spoke possibility. This is why "I can learn" is such a powerful phrase. It is not only about school or languages. It is about life. When you face a new job, you can say, I cannot do this, and feel weak. Or you can say, I can learn, and give yourself a chance. When you meet a new problem, you can say, this is too hard, and stop. Or you can say, I can learn, and keep moving. The words you choose decide if you give up or grow. Let's practice together. Before study, whisper, I can learn. Before work, whisper, I can learn. Before a challenge, whisper, I can learn. These words are like a small key you carry in your pocket. Each time you use them, you open a new door. Maybe you think, but what if I really am slow? What if I make many mistakes? That is okay. Learning does not mean being perfect. Learning means moving forward, little by little. Even if you take small steps, you are still moving. The words I can learn remind you that progress is possible, even if it is slow. Think of a baby learning to walk. The baby falls many times but never says, I cannot. The baby simply tries again, and after many falls, the baby walks. Adults forget this. We fall once and say, I cannot. But if we speak like the baby, I can learn, we will rise again and again until we succeed. Let me give you another picture. Imagine two workers in the same company. Both are asked to use a new computer program. The first worker says, I cannot learn this. I am too old. He refuses to try, and he stays behind. The second worker says, I can learn. He makes mistakes at first, but each day he practices. Soon, he uses the program well and even helps others. Which worker will grow? Which worker will be trusted with more responsibility? The answer is clear. The one who believed in learning. I can learn is not only about skill, it is about identity. When you say these words, you tell yourself, I am a person who grows. That belief gives you energy. It helps you face challenges with courage. Without this belief, even small problems feel impossible. With this belief, even big problems can be faced step by step. Now, I invite you to repeat with me. I can learn English. I can learn new skills. I can learn to be patient. I can learn to be kind. I can learn every day. Do you feel the strength in these words? They are like small steps on a staircase. Each step takes you higher. If you stop saying them, you stay on the ground. If you keep saying them, you climb toward your dream. So, the next time you feel afraid of learning something new, do not say, I cannot. Instead, pause, breathe, and whisper, I can learn. With these words, you give yourself permission to try. And trying is the beginning of all success. Believing in learning opens the door. Now, let us talk about strength. Phrase 3. I am strong. Life is full of challenges. Some are small, like finishing homework or speaking in class. Others are big, like losing a job, facing sickness, or solving family problems. In these moments, many people whisper to themselves, I am weak. I cannot do this. And when they believe those words, their heart becomes heavy. They hide from the problem, hoping it will go away. But problems do not vanish when we hide. They grow bigger. Fear makes us smaller, and weakness becomes our story. Let me share a picture. Imagine a student before an exam. He looks at the paper and says, I am weak. I cannot answer these questions. His hands shake, his mind feels blank, and he quickly gives up. Even if he studied, his own words made him powerless. His fear was stronger than his knowledge. Now, imagine another student in the same classroom. She also feels nervous. She also does not know every answer. But before she begins, she whispers, I am strong. I can try. These words give her courage. Her hands stop shaking, her mind becomes calmer, and she writes what she knows. She may not be perfect, but she finishes the test with bravery. Her strength is not in knowing everything, but in facing the challenge. This is the difference between fear and courage. Fear says, you are weak. Courage says, you are strong enough to try. The exam is the same, but the result changes because of the words spoken in the heart. Strength is not about muscles. It is not about how much you can lift or how loud you can shout. Real strength lives inside. It is the quiet voice that says, I will not give up. It is the choice to keep moving even when life feels heavy. When you say, I am strong, you remind yourself that problems do not control you. You are bigger than your fears. Think of a worker who faces a long day with many tasks. If he wakes up saying, I am weak, this is too much for me, he will feel tired before he even begins. He may make mistakes or he may quit early, but if he wakes up saying, I am strong, I will do my best, his energy changes. He faces one task, then another, and slowly the day becomes lighter. His words create his strength. Or think of a family facing hard times. Bills are high and worries are many. If the parents say, we are weak, we cannot manage, the whole house feels heavy. The children feel afraid. But if the parents say, we are strong, we will face this together, suddenly there is hope. The problems are still there, but the family stands taller. Strength gives courage, and courage gives solutions. Let us practice these words now. Close your eyes for a moment and whisper, I am strong. Say it again, slowly. I am strong. Feel how these words change your breath, your heart, your mind. They remind you that you have power inside, even if the road is hard. Maybe you remember a time you felt weak, a time you wanted to run away from a problem. Think of that moment. Now imagine if you had whispered, I am strong. Would it have been easier to face? Perhaps you still would have felt fear, but you also would have carried courage. Strength does not mean no fear. Strength means you keep going even with fear. A small child learning to ride a bicycle is afraid of falling. If the child says, I am weak, I cannot ride, the bicycle stays still. But if the child says, I am strong, I will try again, the child pushes forward. Yes, there will be falls, but with each try, balance comes, and soon the child is riding freely. That is the power of inner strength. You are stronger than you think. Every challenge you have faced until today proves your strength. Maybe you had days of pain, but you survived. Maybe you had times of loss, but you stood again. Sometimes you forget, but your past shows you are strong. Each time you repeat the words, I am strong, you remind yourself of all the battles you have already won. So, before an exam, whisper, I am strong. Before a difficult meeting at work, whisper, I am strong. Before facing family struggles, whisper, I am strong. These words will not make the problems disappear, but they will make you bigger than the problems. Fear makes us hide. Strength makes us face life. And when we face life, even the biggest mountains can be climbed step by step. Remember, your strength is not only for you. When you say, I am strong, you give hope to the people around you. Your courage can lift others, just like a candle can light up a dark room. Strength gives courage, but we also need peace. Phrase 4. I choose peace. Life is full of moments that test our patience. Sometimes a small argument can grow into a big fight. Sometimes a mistake at work can make someone angry. Sometimes words at home can hurt feelings. Many people react without thinking. They shout, blame, or hold on to anger. And when they do, their hearts feel heavy, their minds feel restless, and the problem often becomes worse. Let me tell you a story. Two friends were talking about a school project. One of them made a small mistake, and the other became angry. "Why did you do this? Now we will fail," he shouted. The first friend felt hurt and angry too. Soon, both were shouting, blaming, and feeling frustrated. The argument grew, and the work did not get done. Both went home with heavy hearts and tired minds. Anger had won. Now imagine another person in a similar situation. The same mistake happened. The same project was at risk. But this time, she whispered to herself, "I choose peace." She took a deep breath, and instead of shouting, she spoke calmly. "It is okay. Let us fix this together." The other person listened. Slowly, the anger disappeared. They worked together, solved the problem, and even laughed at the mistake later. Peace had won. Do you see the difference? Anger made the problem bigger. Calmness solved it. Choosing peace does not mean you ignore problems. Choosing peace means you do not let anger control you. It means you can think clearly and act wisely. Words are powerful, and the words, "I choose peace," remind us to stay calm even when life is difficult. Peace is useful in every part of life. In school, when a classmate says something rude, you can react with anger, or you can say, "I choose peace." This stops arguments, and it helps you focus on learning. In work, when a colleague makes a mistake, you can shout, or you can say, "I choose peace." This keeps the team strong and productive. At home, when family members disagree, you can fight, or you can say, "I choose peace." This creates harmony and understanding. Let us practice together. Close your eyes and whisper slowly, "I choose peace." Say it again, with feeling. I choose peace. Notice how your shoulders relax, your breath becomes smoother, and your mind feels lighter. Peace begins inside before it shows outside. Maybe you remember a time when you held anger for a long time. The anger made your sleep restless. Your thoughts became heavy. Your heart felt tight. Now imagine if in that moment you had whispered, "I choose peace." Would the fight have ended sooner? Would your mind have felt lighter? Peace does not erase the problem, but it changes how you handle it. Anger is like fire. It can burn quickly and destroy everything. Peace is like water. It flows calmly and cools the fire. Both are strong forces, but water can control fire. Choosing peace does not mean being weak. It means being strong enough to control your emotions. Strong people are calm people. Calm people make better decisions, help others, and grow more in life. Think again of the friends in the story. The one who shouted carried anger home. That anger affected sleep, study, and friendship. The one who whispered, "I choose peace," returned home with a light heart. She slept well, focused on her studies, and maintained her friendship. Calm words created a calm life. You can use this phrase anywhere, anytime. When someone cuts in front of you in line, say silently, "I choose peace." When a teammate disagrees with you, say, "I choose peace." When your parents or siblings argue, say, "I choose peace." These words are small, but they are powerful. They protect your heart and help solve problems. Every day, life gives us choices. We can choose anger, or we can choose peace. Choosing anger may feel fast and strong, but it leaves the mind heavy and the heart sad. Choosing peace may feel quiet, but it leaves the mind clear and the heart happy. When you practice peace regularly, it becomes a habit. Slowly, you notice that challenges are easier to face, arguments are shorter, and life feels lighter. Peace is also important for learning and growth. When your mind is calm, you can think better, remember more, and act wisely. A peaceful mind is like a clean table. It has space for new ideas. A mind filled with anger is like a messy table. Everything is mixed up, and you cannot find what you need. Words like, "I choose peace," help you clean the table of your mind. So, before a test, a meeting, or a family discussion, whisper quietly, "I choose peace." Feel how it changes your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It does not remove problems, but it helps you handle them wisely. With peace inside, we can grow every day. Phrase 5. I am growing every day. Life is a journey, and every day we have the chance to move forward. But many people feel stuck. They look at their life and say, "Nothing is changing. I am the same as before. I cannot improve." These words are heavy. They make the mind tired and the heart slow. When someone feels stuck, even small tasks feel difficult. Every step forward seems impossible. The problem is not the world. It is the words they repeat. When we say, "I cannot grow," we stop ourselves from seeing progress. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman who wanted to improve her life. She wanted to learn English, be kind to her friends, and take better care of herself. But at first, she felt stuck. Every day felt the same. She made mistakes in English, forgot to help friends, and sometimes ate unhealthy food. She whispered to herself, "I am not changing. I am stuck." These words made her feel small, and she almost gave up. Then she decided to try something different. Each morning she repeated, "I am growing every day." At first it felt strange. She could not see big changes, but she kept saying it. Slowly, she noticed small improvements. She remembered one new English word each day. She smiled more at her friends. She chose healthier meals. The changes were small, but she felt lighter. Her words were helping her step by step. Compare her life before and after. Before, she felt heavy, tired, and frustrated. After, she felt lighter, motivated, and hopeful. The world did not change overnight. The people around her did not change instantly, but she did. Her small actions, guided by her words, created growth. Saying, "I am growing every day," reminded her to keep moving forward even when progress was slow. Growth is not about perfection. It is about progress, little by little. Think of a tree. A tree does not grow 5 meters in one day. It grows slowly, day by day, with sunshine and rain. Each small change adds up until the tree is tall and strong. Humans are the same. Every word of encouragement, every small action, and every effort adds up. When you say, "I am growing every day," you remind yourself to keep adding small steps toward your dreams. This phrase works in all parts of life. In learning, repeating, "I am growing every day," helps you stay motivated. Even if you forget a word in English, you remember that each day brings a new opportunity to improve. In friendships, it encourages you to be a little kinder every day. In health, it reminds you to make better choices slowly, without pressure. Growth is gentle, patient, and kind. Let's practice together. Whisper with me. I am growing every day. I am growing every day. I am learning and improving every day. Feel how these words create hope. Your mind feels a little brighter, your heart a little stronger, and your steps a little lighter. Sometimes people feel stuck because they compare themselves to others. They look at someone who speaks perfect English, who has many friends, or who is very healthy, and think, I will never be like them. These thoughts are heavy. They stop growth. But when you say, I am growing every day, you focus only on your own progress. You see small victories. You celebrate each step forward. Comparison fades and personal growth shines. Growth also helps us learn from mistakes. When we feel stuck, mistakes feel like failure. But when we repeat, I am growing every day, mistakes become lessons. A missed word in English is not a failure. It is a chance to learn. A small argument with a friend is not the end. It is an opportunity to be kinder next time. Growth turns problems into lessons and challenges into steps forward. Remember the young woman in the story. She started with small changes. She learned new words in English. She smiled more at her friends. She took care of her body with small, healthy habits. Each day she repeated her phrase, and each day she noticed progress. Over time, she felt stronger, happier, and more confident. She realized that growth is a journey, not a race. Before we finish this part, think about your own life. What small step can you take today? What positive change can you make, no matter how small? Repeat quietly to yourself. I am growing every day. Feel how it gives hope and energy. Feel how it helps you see the path ahead. Growth is always happening, even if it is slow. Your words guide the path and remind you to move forward. Growth is good, but we also need love and respect. Phrase 6. I deserve love and respect. Many people live their lives believing they are not good enough. They feel small, unworthy, or invisible. Because of this belief, they accept unfair treatment. They stay quiet when someone speaks harshly to them. They give up their time and energy to please others, hoping to be liked or accepted. But inside, they feel sad, tired, and empty. This is the cost of low self-worth. When we do not believe we deserve love and respect, we allow others to decide our value. Let me tell you a story. There was a young woman who worked hard every day. Her colleagues sometimes criticized her, and her friends sometimes ignored her opinions. She felt, I am not good enough. I do not deserve respect. Because of these words, she stayed quiet, agreed with everyone, and never spoke her mind. Her life felt heavy. She worked hard, but nobody noticed. She gave love to others, but she did not feel loved in return. Now imagine another person in a similar situation. She made mistakes at work, faced criticism, and sometimes felt left out. But each morning she whispered, I deserve love and respect. These words were small, but they changed everything. When someone spoke harshly, she calmly responded. When someone ignored her, she reminded herself she is valuable. She started expressing her opinions kindly, setting boundaries, and taking care of herself. Slowly, she gained confidence. People began to notice her strength and kindness. Her life became lighter and more joyful. The difference between the two people is clear. One believed she was small, and life treated her as if she were small. The other believed she deserved respect, and life began to reflect her confidence. Words shape our identity. If we tell ourselves, I am not enough, we will feel weak. If we tell ourselves, I deserve love and respect, we will feel strong, worthy, and capable. You can use this phrase in daily life. Before going to work, whisper, I deserve love and respect. Before meeting friends, say it quietly in your mind. When you face a difficult conversation, repeat, I deserve love and respect. These words remind you of your value and help you act with confidence, even in challenging situations. Sometimes people confuse respect with being perfect. They think they need to work harder, please others, or hide mistakes to be worthy. This is not true. Respect starts inside. When you believe, I deserve love and respect, you set the standard for how others treat you. You no longer accept unfair treatment silently. You act kindly, but you also protect your heart. Think about a student who is bullied at school. If the student whispers, I am not good enough, they may stay silent, feeling sad and small. But if they whisper, I deserve love and respect, they find the courage to speak up, ask for help, and protect themselves. The problem may not disappear immediately, but the student feels stronger, safer, and more confident. Words can change how we face life. Self-worth is not selfish. Saying, I deserve love and respect, does not mean you do not care about others. It means you care about yourself. When you respect yourself, you teach others how to treat you. You also open your heart to give love in a healthy way. People who respect themselves are often kinder, more patient, and more understanding because they are not seeking validation from others. Let us practice this phrase together. Whisper slowly, I deserve love and respect. Say it again. I deserve love and respect. Feel the words in your heart. Notice how your posture becomes taller, your mind calmer, and your heart stronger. These words are small, but they give you power. Think again of the young woman in the story. Her life was full of challenges, but she began each day with, I deserve love and respect. These words gave her confidence to face work, friends, and family. She did not need to prove herself to anyone. She acted kindly, but firmly. She learned to protect her heart while still giving love. Her words shaped her life. When you respect yourself, others begin to see your value too. You no longer feel invisible. You no longer accept unkind treatment silently. You act with courage, and your relationships become healthier. Life becomes lighter, and your heart feels full. Every day is a chance to remind yourself, you are important. You are valuable. You deserve love and respect. Say it in the morning. Say it at night. Say it whenever you feel doubt. These words will strengthen your confidence and guide your actions. When we respect ourselves, we can start fresh each day. Phrase 7. Today is a new chance. Every morning the world gives us a gift, a new day. But many people do not see it. They carry yesterday in their hearts. They repeat words like, I failed yesterday. I made mistakes. I cannot fix this. When we live in the past, we miss the chance to grow today. Regret weighs heavily, and it stops us from trying. Life becomes smaller because we focus on what went wrong instead of what is possible. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who tried to learn English. One day, he made many mistakes in speaking. He forgot words, pronounced things wrong, and stumbled in conversation. He felt embarrassed. The next morning he said, I failed yesterday. I cannot do this. I will never improve. His words tied him to the past. He stayed home, avoided practice, and his progress stopped. Regret became his companion. Each day felt heavy, and he lost hope. Now imagine another person in the same situation. She also made mistakes, forgot words, and stumbled in conversation. But the next morning, she whispered to herself, "Today is a new chance." These words changed everything. She knew yesterday's mistakes were over. She knew today was empty and full of possibility. She opened her book, practiced speaking, and tried again. Slowly, her English improved. Each small effort, guided by her words, added to her growth. She felt lighter, happier, and motivated. The difference between the two is clear. One lived in the past and carried regret. The other lived in the present and embraced possibility. One day of regret can slow down many days of progress. One day of hope can start a journey of improvement. Words decide which path we take, regret or opportunity. This phrase works for all parts of life. Before school, if you failed a test yesterday, you can say, "I failed. I am not good enough." Or you can say, "Today is a new chance," and study again with hope. At work, if a project did not succeed, you can focus on the loss, or you can say, "Today is a new chance," and start fresh. In relationships, if you had a disagreement, you can feel sad and blame yourself, or you can say, "Today is a new chance," and act with kindness. The words guide your heart and mind. Let us practice together. Whisper slowly, "Today is a new chance." Say it again, "Today is a new chance." Feel how your body relaxes and your mind opens. Notice how the weight of yesterday begins to lift. These words remind us that every day is a gift, and we can choose how to use it. Sometimes people think, "If I failed yesterday, I will fail today too." This is a lie that the mind tells itself. Each day is new. Each day is empty, waiting for your actions. Your past does not decide your future unless you give it that power. When you say, "Today is a new chance," you take control. You give yourself freedom to try again, to act better, to grow stronger. Think of a small child learning to write. Yesterday the child drew a crooked line or wrote letters wrong. If the child thinks, "I failed," the pencil may be put down and practice stops. But if the child thinks, "Today is a new chance," the pencil moves again. The child draws better lines, learns letters, and gains confidence. Growth comes from using each day as a fresh start. The same is true for adults. We make mistakes in learning, at work, and in life. Regret only makes the mistakes heavier. Hope and new beginnings make the path lighter. When we say, "Today is a new chance," we tell ourselves, "I am not my past. I can create my present. I can decide my future." These words are small, but full of power. They help us take one step forward, even after failure. Remember the man in the story who repeated, "I failed yesterday"? His day was heavy, and he did not practice. The woman who whispered, "Today is a new chance," moved forward. She made mistakes too, but each mistake became a lesson. Each day became an opportunity. Words changed the way they faced life. Now, every morning, before you get out of bed, whisper, "Today is a new chance." Say it with hope, with courage, with belief. Use it when you face challenges. Use it when you feel regret. Use it to remind yourself that each day is a gift and that you have the power to choose how to live it. Regret weighs us down. Fresh starts lift us up. Yesterday is over, but today is here. Today is full of possibilities. Today is a new chance. Now, let's put all the phrases together. putting it all together, your daily routine. Now we come to the most important part, using all the phrases together every day. You have learned powerful words. I am grateful. I can learn. I am strong. I choose peace. I am growing every day. I deserve love and respect. And today is a new chance. Each phrase alone is powerful, but when we use them together, they can change our life completely. They guide our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. They help us grow stronger, kinder, and happier step by step. Let us imagine two people. The first person lives without these phrases. Every morning they wake up thinking, I am tired. Life is too hard. Nothing will go well today. They start the day feeling weak. At work or school, mistakes feel huge. When someone is unkind, they accept it silently, thinking, I am not good enough. Problems at home feel heavy. They go to bed exhausted, sad, and hopeless. Each day is a repeat of the same struggle. Their words and thoughts build a life full of heaviness and fear. Now, imagine the second person. They wake up and softly whisper, I am grateful for this new day. I can learn. I am strong. The morning feels different. Even if the day will be difficult, they feel ready. They feel light, because gratitude gives them joy, learning gives them hope, and strength gives them courage. Their breakfast becomes a moment of happiness, their walk to work a moment of calm. Even small tasks are easier because they start with positive words. During the day, challenges come. The first person meets a problem and thinks, I cannot do this. This is too hard. They stop trying, they argue, complain, or hide from the situation. Their mind fills with anger, fear, or sadness. They forget that each day is a new chance. Their words keep them stuck in failure. The second person faces the same challenges differently. They whisper, I choose peace. I can learn. I am strong. When someone is unkind, they calmly respond. When a mistake happens at work, they say, today is a new chance. I am growing every day. They solve problems step by step. Even when the day is difficult, their words guide them to act with calm, strength, and hope. Their life feels lighter, their heart feels full, and their mind feels clear. Let's see how this daily routine works in simple steps. First, in the morning before getting out of bed, take a deep breath and say, I am grateful for this day. I can learn. I am strong. These words start the day with joy, hope, and courage. They remind you that you have power inside, and that each day is a chance to grow. During the day, when challenges appear, use phrases that fit the situation. For example, when you face mistakes, I can learn. Today is a new chance. When you feel tired or weak, I am strong. I am growing every day. When someone is unkind, I choose peace. I deserve love and respect. When you feel small or sad, I am grateful. I am growing every day. By using the phrases in the moment, you guide your mind and heart to respond wisely, not react with fear or anger. Your words become a compass, showing the right direction in the busy world. At the end of the day, before sleep, repeat all the phrases again. Whisper slowly, I am grateful for today. I can learn from today. I am strong. I choose peace. I am growing every day. I deserve love and respect. Today is a new chance. This bedtime practice helps you review the day with calm and understanding. You notice the good things you did, the lessons you learned, and the strength you showed. Your mind becomes peaceful, your heart becomes light, and you prepare for tomorrow with hope. Let us return to our two people. The first person ends the day tired, sad, and hopeless. Their life feels heavy. They wake up the next day with fear and worry. The second person ends the day calm, happy, and hopeful. Their life feels full. They wake up with energy and joy. Step by step, day by day, their words build a life full of strength, peace, love, and growth. The contrast is clear. Words make the difference between a life of struggle and a life of joy. You can start small. You do not need to say all the phrases perfectly at first. Begin with 1 or 2 phrases in the morning. Add 1 phrase during the day when you face challenges. Whisper the rest before bed. Slowly, it becomes a habit. Slowly, your life changes. Small steps lead to big changes. Words guide your actions, and actions guide your life. You can also write the phrases in a notebook, on sticky notes, or on your phone. Seeing them during the day reminds you to repeat them. The more you practice, the stronger they become. Your brain learns to focus on hope, strength, and growth instead of fear, weakness, or regret. Remember, life is not perfect. Challenges will still come. Mistakes will happen. People may be unkind. But when you speak these phrases, you do not give power to problems. You give power to yourself. You create a safe, calm, and strong inner world. You learn from mistakes. You grow from challenges. You act with courage and kindness. Practice English as you say these phrases. Speak slowly, clearly, and with feeling. Repeat the phrases out loud or in your mind. Listening and speaking these words strengthens both your English and your mind. You are learning language and life at the same time. Step by step, you improve your English and your life. Think about your own day tomorrow. How will you start? What words will you speak when challenges come? What words will you say before sleep? You have the power to choose. You have the power to guide your day, your actions, and your feelings. Each word shapes your life, and each phrase creates a small change. Over time, these small changes add up. Step by step, day by day, your life transforms. Now, imagine your life after a month of using these phrases every day. You wake up with gratitude. You face challenges with calm and strength. You speak with confidence and respect. You learn something new every day. You go to sleep feeling peaceful and hopeful. Your life is lighter. Your heart is happier. Your mind is calmer. These changes come not from luck, not from someone else, but from your words and your daily practice. So start today. Repeat these phrases every morning, during challenges, and before sleep. Practice English with them. Feel their power in your mind, your heart, and your life. Small steps lead to big changes. Your life can change, one word at a time. You are learning, growing, and becoming stronger every day. The choice is yours. Step by step, phrase by phrase, you can create a life full of joy, peace, strength, love, and growth. Begin today. Speak your phrases. Practice your English. Change your life. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed learning the 7 powerful phrases. I am grateful. I can learn. I am strong. I choose peace. I am growing every day. I deserve love and respect. And today is a new chance. These phrases are simple, but their power is amazing. By telling them every day in the morning, during challenges, and before sleep, you can change your life step by step. You can also practice your English while learning life lessons, making each day better and brighter. Remember, change does not happen all at once. Small steps, repeated every day, create big results over time. Start with one phrase today, then add another tomorrow. Speak them slowly with feeling and repeat them often. Watch how your mind becomes calmer, your heart stronger, and your life more positive. Words are not just sounds, they are tools to help you grow, learn, and feel happy. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and write a comment about your favorite phrase. Subscribe to Read and Learn English and turn on the notification bell, because we upload videos every day to help you learn English while improving your life. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep using these phrases. Step by step, your life will change, and your English will improve. See you in the next video, and remember, every day is a new chance to grow, learn, and be your best self.